Hello, my name is Jane Evans. I taught science for 40 years before retiring from Mid-Valley Secondary Center. This is my first lesson that I have produced for Learn at Home on WVIA. Today I will introduce you to Bird Island, inhabited by a unique variety of bird life. My lesson will focus on the beak adaptations that enable these bird species to obtain the food they need for survival. Spring has come to northeastern Pennsylvania. Migratory winter birds have departed and the summer birds have returned. Walk outside your house to a quiet area, hopefully away from man-made disturbances. Close your eyes. Listen. Do you hear any familiar sounds? Perhaps you hear the trill of a male house wren calling for his mate, the chirping of a sparrow as it fights for a favored position on the telephone line, or even the call of a crow annoyed that someone has trespassed too close. Open your eyes. Look around. To the left you see a wren. To the right you see a sparrow. In front of you is the crow pecking at something on the road, and a silent robin is hopping across your lawn. But how do these different species of birds, the wren, the sparrow, the robin, and the crow, manage to survive in the early spring when food sources are limited? The key, of course, is that they do not all eat the same thing. Wrens eat small caterpillars and other insects that are just beginning to hatch out and feed on the new leaves that are appearing on the trees. Sparrows eat small seeds that were left over on plants in the late fall and scattered far and wide by the winter winds. Robins eat tasty worms that they gently ease out of the ground without breaking. And crows, well, they're scavengers. They'll eat just about anything. Each bird species on Earth is adapted to the habitat in which it lives and to a means of attaining necessary food by minimizing competition with each other. This is Bird Island. It contains 10 different habitats. It is an imaginary island, since these 10 habitats would never exist in close proximity to each other. A different type of food is found in each habitat. Habitat A consists of a large grassy plain inhabited by small animals such as rabbits and mice. Habitat B is a beautiful region covered with an abundance of colorful wildflowers that produce sweet nectar. Habitat C is an area planted with fruit trees, oranges, lemons, and bananas, all fruits with tough skins. Habitat D is an orchard containing hickory, walnut, and pecan trees. These nuts mature and fall to the ground in the fall. They contain seeds with hard shells. Habitat E is an old-growth deciduous forest containing oak and maple trees. Some of the older trees are dying and have been invaded by bark beetles and other insects that live in the trunks. Habitat F is a coniferous forest containing a variety of evergreen trees, pines, spruce, and hemlock. These trees produce seeds inside of cones. Habitat G is the mud along the eastern shoreline. The mud is rich in nutrients that wash off the land and the home to many small creatures. Habitat H is the water that surrounds Bird Island. There's a large diversity of life in the water where smaller organisms feed the larger organisms and slippery fish can be seen jumping out of the water. Habitat I is a small lake in the center of the island. Cattails surround the edges and macroinvertebrates and small fish and frogs live in the lake. Bugs can often be seen on the lake surface. And perhaps Habitat J is not a separate habitat after all. It contains many flying insects that can be found on the island: gnats, mayflies, mosquitoes, and many more. At least 10 bird species call Bird Island their home. To minimize competition for food, each bird species is adapted to a different habitat. Each bird's beak is similar to a recognizable tool, and it uses its beak to attain necessary food. This is a red-tailed hawk. Most people recognize its beak as that of a predator. The beak resembles a hook. Perhaps not this hook, because this hook does not have a sharp point. The red-tailed hawk swoops down on its prey, grabs it with its talons, and then uses its sharp beak to rip its prey apart. The red-tailed hawk feeds on small animals and therefore lives in Habitat A. This is a ruby-throated hummingbird. Its long, slender beak is similar to that of a medicine dropper that can transfer liquid from one container to another. The red-throated hummingbird flies from flower to flower, feasting on nectar as it finds it. Because it lives where flowers are found, it lives in Habitat B. This is a toucan. It has a very large, sharp beak similar to that of a kitchen knife. It can be used to cut fruits with thick skins into smaller pieces so that they are able to be ingested. Because it feeds on fruits with tough skins, the toucan is found in Habitat C. This is a parrot. It has a thick, sturdy beak that acts like a nutcracker. It can break open nuts with hard shells, and therefore it lives in the orchard, Habitat D, where we find seeds with hard shells. This is a pileated woodpecker. Its beak acts like a small hammer. It repeatedly strikes its beak against the trunks of trees to reach the insects that live under the bark. It lives in the deciduous forest and therefore is found in Habitat E. This is an American crossbeak. Look carefully and it's easy to see how it gets its name. Just as a screwdriver is used to pry open the can of a paint can, it uses its beak to pry open the many scales in a pine cone and to break out the seeds that are within. Because it lives in the coniferous forest, it is found in Habitat F. This is a flamingo. With its long neck and legs, the flamingo wades in the mud along the shore. Its beak is like that of a hoe. It digs through the mud along the shore in search of small creatures. Because it lives near the mud, it is found at Habitat G. This is a common merganser. It is very difficult to see, but the common merganser has a rough edge to its beak, sort of like that of a rasp or a file. Perhaps another tool that better resembles it, so it's easier to see, is that of an old-fashioned bottle opener. Very rough edges. It doesn't twist, but it squeezes its prey between the rough edges of its two beaks, and therefore it can hold on to slippery fish. It lives in habitat H. This is a black skimmer. It flies with its beak slightly open, darting here and there, scooping up prey as one would capture a butterfly in a net. It's found at habitat I. This is a whippoorwill. The whippoorwill has a very small, insignificant beak. However, the feathers that protrude from the base of the beak act like a spider web. As the whippoorwill flies through the air, insects stick onto the spider web, and then they can easily be eaten. Therefore, the whippoorwill lives in habitat J. This is Bird Island. The 10 species of birds that live on this island all have beaks that adapt and help them obtain their food. If you look carefully while watching the pink dolphin of Amazon, which follows next, you will catch a glimpse, or may catch a glimpse of one or more of these birds that I have described. Back in northeastern Pennsylvania, in addition to wrens, sparrows, robins, and crows, many other species spend their spring and summer here. To decrease competition, they also have unique adaptations that help them obtain food. Perhaps the next time you see or hear a native bird, you will wonder what interesting adaptations it may have that enable it to live near you. I decided to take myself up on my own suggestion and go for a walk outside to listen for birds. My backyard. You can see that I have a small area of nice green grass. I also have a bird feeder, which is loaded with winter birds. Vacant now because we're not feeding them. And over this way, in front of that oak tree, there's a wren house. I saw the 2 wrens earlier today, but of course they're not there now. And over on this side, I have a small pond that was man-made. Not many birds around there, but occasionally a heron tries to come and steal one of our goldfish. Here we have the wren on the house, calling away. Success finally. So very hard at this time of year to actually get a picture of the wren on his house. It would be so much easier later on in the season when the young have hatched and the male and the female are busy going back and forth, bringing small insects and small caterpillars to their young ones. Very silent now, but as I walk across the yard, I'm hoping for maybe the house wrens to come back. Beyond my yard is a gate. Beyond the gate happens to be a man-made coniferous forest. It's very quiet in the coniferous forest. I've never seen American crossbill, so perhaps they don't live in this part of northeastern Pennsylvania. We have on occasions had turkeys come and roost for the night. They don't stay long. My husband has a tendency to feed the birds and the animals during the winter. We had a whole flock, well, maybe 7 turkeys, for quite a while. Then a coyote moved in. The turkeys moved out. I walked through my own coniferous forest. Lots of shade. Actually, awful lot of pine cones lying here and there, because these are well-established coniferous trees. And behind my little pine grove is an open plain. This is where I take my daily walk, approximately an hour. The open area behind my coniferous forest. Too bad it's not autumn, where this whole area is filled with flocks of turkey vultures. That dead tree happens to be one of their favorite roosting places. I often see crows roosting there too, but none today. It's interesting to note that this area contains a large number of habitats, and each habitat has its own set of birds that live there. I have a meadow. I have a pond. I have a deciduous forest. I have coniferous forest. Wasteland. But in truth, no land is ever a waste. I'm taking a small walk out behind my house, looking for native birds, wondering what's hopping around. Unfortunately, I figure if you want to see them, you won't. However, I don't know that it can be seen on this video, but right in front of me, there happens to be a robin hopping along the road. Gone, of course. That would be the start of my life. My objective is to reach a small retention pond up ahead, where in the past I've seen Canadian geese, I've seen mallard ducks, and I've seen red-winged blackbirds. Even occasionally we have a green and also a gray heron. The outlet coming from the retention pond used to be a nice little creek, well, intermittent creek. It only flows when there's lots of rain, but you can tell how the four-wheelers have made a double track here. Up ahead there's actually a little waterfall. My St. Bernard dog, Prometheus, is with me. He's not the least bit interested in the birds that one might find in northeastern Pennsylvania. He is headed straight to a groundhog hole. And mind you, he knows where every groundhog hole is found in this region of Pennsylvania. On the scent, the groundhog hole is very, very close by. So I'm sure he's smelling its path as it was rummaging out for food. If I swing over this way, and walk away from Prometheus, you can see the hole down into the ground. Groundhogs are extremely interesting organisms. They have huge dens with multiple exits. This is just one of the exits that we have recently found. I reluctantly pulled Prometheus away from the groundhog hole, and we are on our way up to the retention pond. The retention pond. There in front of me, I see a red-winged blackbird. Not sure how clear the picture will be. It'd be nice if we could hear its call. The red-winged blackbird is back. In fact, there are two of them, both sitting on the wooden dividers. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear that I'm close enough that you can see the beautiful red stripes on their wings. If you listen carefully, you can hear them call to one another. The red-winged blackbird didn't stay long. There's a bird up in that tall tree. Don't know if I'll be able to find it. I've heard it twittering, but unfortunately when I get close, it disappears. Listen carefully. There's birds everywhere, on all sides. Unfortunately, they're too small, or I just can't find them. I'm down in a small meadow now. Well, it used to be a meadow until the four-wheelers discovered it and churned up the mud. Hear the bird? I can hear them, I just can't see them. And when I get close, they fly away. Once again, in the deciduous forest. Listen. I can hear the sounds of the birds calling. I just can't see them. Slowly walking out of the deciduous forest, following the four-wheelers path that at one time was an extremely narrow path, probably used by deer to get from one place to another. So I did manage to capture a bird or two. My walk is almost over. I'm heading up from the wasteland toward my deciduous forest, heading back toward my back gate. I hope you enjoyed the walk. I hope you enjoyed the sounds of the birds and the sights when we saw them. And thank you very much for listening to Learn at Home with WVIA TV. Until next time, it's Jane Evans signing off. Goodbye.